Are non-story video games really that bad for immersing yourself? Let's talk about it. はい、皆さんこんにちは、たまごです。今回の動画、こちらのしゅんさんが投稿した Ranking the Best and Worst Japanese Immersion Content の動画について話したいと思います。Before we go any further, absolutely no shade is being thrown at Shun here. It's obvious that this list was more or less personal preference or based on his own personal experiences. Plus, it's difficult to say exactly what you mean or what you're trying to portray when the topic happens to have quite a bit of nuance to it. He also just seems like a really chill dude, and hopefully will be bringing a bunch more chill Japanese-related content to YouTube. Also, sorry if I'm looking over here a lot. It's because this is where like all my notes are right now. I ordered a teleprompter like 2 weeks ago. Where is it, Amazon? Where is it? Anyway, back to his video. In his video, he ranked a bunch of different immersion mediums by best to worst. We have anime, we have manga, we have dramas. Also, I'm trying to say anime instead of anime because people lose their minds when I say anime. But yeah, a lot of these I actually agree with. I think they're in great spots. And there are some that I think maybe are slightly misplaced. I don't know who has the mental fortitude to be immersing and learning Japanese while gooning, but if you are able to do that, you are a stronger person than I, Shun. I'd personally put that way down there. The main one I didn't agree with is the non-story games ranking. He gave an example and he put Minecraft on the screen and said that if you already have a game memorized, you're not going to strain yourself to read the Japanese. I think this thought process has merit, and I'm not going to say that he's inherently wrong here. I think there's just a bit of nuance to be had with like most things when it comes to language learning, or I guess learning in general, right? And that's basically that if a learner is already taking the initiative to learn the language, they're more than likely going to want to read and learn the Japanese. I mean, it's the same thing with anime, right? That's ranked up very high on this list, but quite a lot of people just watch anime and they don't actually care about what the words spoken mean, or they don't take the initiative to figure out what these words mean. But on the flip side, there are a lot of people who do take initiative, who use different websites like Animelon or LingoPie, I think is one of them, that you can see like the subtitles and then you can click on them and add them to an Anki deck and see what they mean and stuff like that. So there are people that do that. And in my mind, it's the same thing with video games. There are people who don't take initiative and there are people who do. And I personally think that if you're a person who takes initiative and the game actually has some vocabulary and grammar that you can learn, non-story games can be up to like a B tier. In fact, in probably some fringe cases, it might actually be more time efficient to immerse yourself into games that you've already memorized, because it might be beneficial to you because you don't have to go and look up every single word every single time. You know what the concept is. You know what you see an animal and you're like, oh, in my brain, I know this is animal, but this says doubutsu. You're like, wow, that's okay, that's animal in Japanese. For me personally, I think the thing that really prevents non-story video games from being way higher on the list overall is the fact that there's oftentimes, in fact, generally, there's just no audio, so you can't hear what the Japanese in the game sounds like. You can't hear the sentences and like the flow of the Japanese and stuff like that. And there's no easy way to review all these words, like you can't add them to an Anki deck or anything like that, so it's pretty hard to review it and learn its usage and stuff like that. But yeah, as with most things, if you don't take initiative, then yeah, video games are definitely going to be way down below. And I think you could argue that for most things on this list. But more importantly, what do you guys think? Have you ever used non-story video games for Japanese learning, Japanese immersion, and stuff like that? And how did it go for you? Was it a good experience? Did you learn? Was it boring? Did you maybe like Shun's saying, you didn't take the initiative to actually like read the words? And for full context and to figure out where he put other things on his list, check out Shun's video. I'll put it down in the description. But that's it for me today. As always, thank you so much for watching.